Happy New Year!
Woo! I
Welcome
love that
back
we.
to the stage, Right Side with James Whiteside. I am James Duh, and I'm back here with Michael Breeden, who has been a guest before, and I just adore him. He's one of my besties. Say hi, Michael.
Hi, I'm Michael, and I'm so happy to be back. And I enjoyed that we got a real countdown on whatever this app we're talking on is. Like it really was like New Year's.
Yeah,
It
it
really it
went
counts you
five,
in.
4, 3, and then 2 and 1. Oh my goodness. Michael and I spent New Year's together. We'll get to that. But there are many things to discuss before we get to New Year's because the holidays were upon us. And
Mm-hmm.
depending on where you are in your life, they can be either wonderful or absolutely terrible.
I mean, I always love the imminent return of Nutcracker. Like that is, I love Nutcracker. I never get sick of it. So the holidays are a source of joy for me in that sense. And,
Yeah, I feel that way as well, honestly. Like the
mhm,
Nutcracker obviously holds a lot of trauma for me with my knee injury, but I feel like
mhm,
I have risen above it. That said, however, I did get the flu in California. We'll get to that as well. Um,
mhm.
Wait, before we get really cooking on the show, I just want you to give everybody like a little 1 minute summary of who you are and what you've done and what you're doing. Boom, go.
Sure, sure. Okay, I was a dancer with Miami City Ballet for the majority of my career. And then from there, I started staging ballets for Justin Peck. And I most recently did my first ballet as a stager for Alexei Romansky. I also have my own podcast, Conversations on Dance. And then I teach and do some rehearsal directing here and there. And that's good. That was like 20
You
seconds. I got it
slayed
all in.
that. You really slayed
Mm.
that. And Michael and I know each other from our days with Boston Ballet in 1738, I think it was.
Okay, well, it's really, I mean, it is, yes, it was a long time ago, but it is funny. It's the 20th anniversary of when we met.
Wow.
It's 20,
Wow.
2025. We met in 2005 when I first moved up to Boston. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Scary.
Is it scary? I feel like I think it's cool that we're still friends, you know?
Oh, yes, I do love that. I think that that is something that ballet people get to have that not every normal person has. Like maybe you're
Friends?
friends with. No, but I was always like really gagged when I first moved back to New York City, and then I started making some normal friends. This is,
Uh,
I mean, after I retired from the stage, and then moved back to New York,
mhm.
and then I'm out in the world a little bit more and meeting new people. I was always really kind of shocked that they would say, "Oh, this is my best friend. We've been besties for 2.5 years now," and I was like, 2.5 years. I mean,
You're like,
yeah,
yeah,
I'm glad you have a friend, but yeah, no, we're very lucky that we. Like it, I think it bonds us for life, and we stay connected in a way that I think
trauma
most
bonding for
normies,
sure.
yeah, trauma bonding for sure.
Yeah, the
Ooh.
normies really love to like have a new best friend, and that couldn't be me. I
No,
think like I just can't I can't give myself to people who are new at this point.
yeah. Well, Scotty, my roommate Scotty, has managed to infiltrate our dancer circle,
That's so
and
true.
yeah,
He
and I
he's
think
always joking about when we're talking about ballet people. He has this name. He has these two names for these like fictional ballet people because we're always talking about like oh Darcy this or whatever. And
mm-hmm.
what are they? It's like something in La
Karambe,
Champs,
Karambe, and Lachamps. It's like
Karambe and La Champs.
when Karambe dropped Lachamps on her head, it was so crazy. Like I'll just say stuff like that all the time.
I love their like the lore of Karambe and La Champs. Like they are so there's like no way to tell where they're from either. It's like vaguely African and French.
Who knows though? It's all from Scotty's imagination, so
uh,
we'd have to ask her.
Everybody's so creative.
Oh, that felt
Okay,
so appropriate.
so let's
Okay,
talk about
back on track.
Nutcracker. We were both in
Mm-hmm.
California because
Mm-hmm.
I was in Costa Mesa doing the Nutcracker with American Ballet Theater, and you were where?
I was in San Diego working with the Golden State Ballet, which is directed by Salamanca, who was a dancer in Boston Ballet during our time,
Mhm.
and his wife is the associate director, I believe that's her title, Cindy Huang, who I danced with in Miami. So again, a small world. These are people that I've known for 20 years. And 2 years ago, they asked me to come out and help them be a rehearsal director for their Nutcracker. So it's two
Would you
years
call that
running now.
nepotism?
I mean, but you know, sometimes but it's a nepotism sleigh. It's like Liza Minnelli
Yeah.
nepotism, you know.
Yes, you working on
I'm
the
good at my
Nutcracker.
job. So
No, no. I wonder about nepotism in general because I feel like ballet is such a small world, and
hmm.
it's like I know these people forever from training, from summer programs, and a lot of them made it, and we just know each other now. And
Yeah.
so obviously we want to work together because we're friends and we have like 30 years of trauma bonding.
Hmm.
That's
Yeah,
all.
and also I mean, I guess this is how nepotism works. I'm sure that when someone hires their daughter to do a thing, they think that she's great. But of course, I always think my friends are the best at what they do. I mean, so
Yeah.
that why want to work with them? I want them
Y-
to be involved, you know.
Yes, and why would
So,
I be friends with someone I don't respect and believe in? So
hmm.
there you
Or
have
if,
it.
yeah, if we want to get really, it's a little problematic. But why would I be friends with someone who's dancing I don't like? Like, go back to it. Isn't that the case? I mean, it's true.
Well,
You
it's
know,
also like when people are good dancers, they're like, I find them to be way more attractive than like
hmm.
perhaps if I just saw them on the street. Like if a
Hmm.
fug is like an amazing dancer, I their hotness goes like way up.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I
Don't
think
at me.
talent of any kind, but because it's our specific arena, you know, then yes, good ballet dancing is very attractive.
Mm.
Um, yeah, and you know, it's like Suzanne Farrell always says, "How you dance is who you are." So I do think you see someone's personality or their
Absolutely.
intelligence through their dancing, and then you become
Absolutely.
attracted to that.
Super agree with
Yes.
Suzanne Farrell. Okay, so I was in Nutcracker. I mean, I was in California doing the Nutcracker. I was in California. Wait, what? I just have a stroke. Okay, we're
I
doing
was the
great.
Nutcracker in California. I was California in the Nutcracker.
I was in the Nutcracker doing California,
Hmm.
and I got the damn flu. The flu. I
It's
haven't had the
brutal.
flu since I was like, 25 or something.
Hmm.
And it was miserable. I'm like never not getting the flu shot again. It was
Yeah.
so I was in the cave of my hotel room, like
Hmm.
just such a waste of space and money for ABT for like a full week.
Hmm.
It sucked. I had a fever. I was shivering and sweating and coughing. Like I'm
Hmm.
still coughing up goop in my lungs. It is not
Yeah.
hot.
I feel like it always happens to like when was the moment where you've ever gotten really sick on your layoff? It's always when you're dancing really hard and your body's kind
Yes.
of run down in that way. So it's more disappointing too.
Yes.
It always happened to me when I was doing something important, and
Yeah,
yeah,
but it
that's
happened
miserable.
before I got to do the thing. It sucked.
Yeah.
Usually I'm like, we'll do a run of shows. Like when I was in Boston Ballet and we did like 45 shows of Nutcracker, all of which I was dancing, I
Hmm.
would get sick every time at the end of the run. Like we would finish the last show and I would be like, I have a fever of 103 for a week.
Right.
But this, no, I was just dead in my hotel room. Like it smelled like a literal like morgue.
Hmm.
It was not great. So
I
everybody get your flu shot.
Yeah, last time I think I had the flu. Well, maybe there were other times, but most memorable time I had the flu while dancing. We were on tour in the Midwest, and they were just. I got it like very early on, and they were just carting my corpse around from like Omaha to Lincoln to Iowa City, and then eventually I went to a doctor, and because it was rural area in the Midwest 20 years ago, they told me not that I needed an HIV test. They just told me I had AIDS by looking at me. I'm not even joking.
This
Luckily, I
is
was.
crazy.
It was really insane and of course blatantly homophobic. But
Yeah,
luckily,
like
I was
blatantly.
armed. I was armed with enough information to know that that was not possible at all, and I was combating it. But this guy was just like, no, like I mean, he used the word AIDS. He didn't say. Like, it was just
HIV even.
not. No, it was really. That was
He
just
was
like,
like, "You got the whole thing. It's all
yeah,
for you" by Janet Jackson.
yeah. It was really just cherry on top of my crap cake of
Oh my
that tour.
God, that is so like
So
post 90s spooky.
yeah, Yeah, that was a very spooky time
Yeah.
still.
Yeah. I mean, it yeah, similarly in a different arena, when I came out to my mom, she was like okay about it. It was a little spooky at first because she did lose some friends to AIDS. And she was just really afraid for me, and it was like a huge emotional reaction that I didn't love but understood or at least understand now. But
Mm-hmm.
I got really sick like very quickly after I came out to her, and she was like, "Oh no." I was like, "Can we just fucking go to the doctor, lady? Like my throat
Yeah.
hurts. Like just
Yeah.
chill." And
Uh,
she was like, "Oh my God, like you it must be herpes." I was like, I have not done that much sex. Like, can you just chill for a second?" And she brought me to the doctor, and they're like, "Your son has strep throat." And she was like, "Whew." I was like, "I hate it here."
oh, Nancy.
These straight people are flying off the handle. Straight people in 1999.
It
God
was
bless them.
it was hard out here, but
But
it's
God bless.
2025. We have new problems.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
sure do. Let's not get into that. We've done enough sensitive material in the
Uh-huh.
first 10 minutes of this podcast. Yeah.
Okay, but
So
then you recovered from your
I
flu, and
recovered from the
then
flu,
you,
but I
you didn't
missed my
dance at all.
show. No,
Mm.
it's so embarrassing. Honestly, it's very embarrassing to be shipped to a new city for a show and then to
Hmm.
not do the show. I find it very embarrassing, and it happens. People get sick, people get injured.
Hmm.
That doesn't erase the sort of disappointment that I felt in
Hmm.
not being able to do the show. And I was ready to do it, and Bella and I were super excited about it.
Hmm.
And I love the Costa Mesa audience. They are cuckoo boots. They like
Aw.
hoot and holler, and it's like just fun. It is so much fun. So
Hmm.
we're going back, I think, in the springtime to perform Christopher Wheeldon's A Winter's Tale, and I will be back and performing, and I can't wait.
That's great. That's great. Another point I wanted to bring up. I haven't seen Alexei's Nutcracker, but you are quite a fan of the pas de deux. I've seen the clips I've seen are so gorgeous, and maybe that is another reason why you and I are able to still enjoy Nutcracker is because we get to work on good Nutcrackers. Obviously, I
Hmm.
only really danced Balanchine's Nutcracker my whole career, and you're doing
Ooh.
Alexei's, but it makes a huge difference. 'Cause I've seen some very spooky things on the
Oh,
internets.
oh, oh, honey.
Crazy
Oh, honey.
Nutcrackers.
I mean, that time Lachamps and Karambe did
Yeah.
the Nutcracker.
It really is that. It's Karambe and Lachamps TM, like, it's like instead
Like
of George
after Marius
Balanchine's
had a pot.
Nutcracker. Yeah, it's really, I don't know where these people get these ideas and things that are just, ooh. I mean, I saw a Nutcracker.
Do
I won't
it.
say, no, I won't say where, but I saw a Nutcracker and it was just the way that people are comfortable just hacking away the Tchaikovsky score.
Hmm.
It's like I feel like a hypocrite because Balanchine did some of that. I bet Alexei did some too, but those are people that are so in tune with Tchaikovsky and understanding and sensitive artists. But this was just like someone took a chainsaw to the score and it just was so awful and unmusical. Didn't respond to any crescendos or like percussive crashes. I was just like, what is even happening here? But it was very expensive. Looked very nice. But I saw one
Oh
thing
my God.
I won't say about what that is. But
So
then
ice cold.
but so I did see like a small miracle elsewhere.
Do
Um,
tell.
Sasha DeSola did they don't call it the sugar plum there because the Clara turns into it's just adult Clara.
Hmm.
But she
Same
like goes
with,
in a
with ABTs.
yeah, so she goes in a box and then becomes adult. It's a pretty neat effect,
I wish
but
puberty were that easy.
yeah. Uh, you just go in a box and you know how to like do point work and I guess
Yeah, that's definitely where I was going with that. I
yeah.
meant like I go in a box and know how to do taxes and be like a millionaire.
Also important. But Sasha, who I had not seen dance live, I don't think maybe I saw her do something minor like 8 years ago in this
Yeah.
big festival that SF Ballet did. But this was my first time seeing her do something like really important and major, and
Yeah.
I like. It's just so fun to watch something that blows your mind and your expectations. I know
Yeah.
she's a great dancer, but she just made everything look so spontaneous and fresh, and the way that she could make a phrase, a choreography look like speech, the way that she could make me feel like I was hearing that gorgeous adagio music, the parada, for the first time.
You were hearing the music, seeing the dance.
It's very true. And then she also is super technically virtuoso and can nail everything, but it doesn't ever look like coarse or
self-congratulatory.
Never. Oh yeah, that's what. Yeah, there's somehow humility in everything she does, even though she's doing these crazy feats. Like, I was really like, maybe one of the best things I've ever seen. So I wrote her a huge thing on Instagram the next day, and she wrote me back. That. I think she did, but it was such a dancer thing. She was like, I was actually really disappointed in my show. It's my last one, and I didn't. So this really means a lot. I'm just like, this is that's the dancer way.
She needed that from you. Yeah. That's beautiful. I mean, we hate ourselves so much. It's impossible to be us.
Yeah, but but then, you know, when you quit, things get better, and you get to help other people feel better about
really amazing.
The pressures you put on yourself.
Yeah, I don't know her very well. I do remember her like winning all sorts of medals and things as a young person, and I have not. I don't get to San Francisco often / ever. I think I've been twice in my life for very short periods of time. And I'd like to know more. So maybe I need to just go to San Francisco and see some shows and hang out and do gay things, you know?
Yeah. San Francisco's a great town. I haven't been in like 5 or 6 years. I was so happy to be back. I was like, oh, I could really live here. But it is strange. I feel like the company used to be around more. Did they tour more? I feel like... Or maybe
companies, especially American companies, can't tour like they used to because of rising costs and dwindling funds. So American companies don't get much by way of government support, and hotels and airfares are just cuckoo boots, and it's impossible to bring big ballet companies places. I know American Ballet Theater has been a touring company historically, but it's not going to be able to tour in the way that it used to, even in the 90s. In early 2000s. When I joined the company, we went everywhere. And even then, it was less than they used to do. So I'm really curious to see what happens with the company in the next couple of years, because I just don't think we're going to be able to travel like we used to. It just costs too much money.
Right.
And I love touring, which sucks.
It seemed like maybe you're getting an extra Met week this year. Is that true?
Yeah, we're doing 6 weeks. Okay, an extra Met week. Let's not forget that we used to do 8 weeks, and then we got bumped down to 5 weeks.
Yeah.
Because I don't know anything about the inner workings of that. Perhaps it was the Peter Gelb or something. I don't really know. And I don't want to know.
Yeah, I think it was something to do with the opera getting priority, but... Well, screw that.
Which makes sense. It's the opera house. You know, we're renters.
But let's claw our way back to 8 weeks, because that makes sense.
Yeah, I would like that too. I want to perform more. We're not performing enough, and it's hard. We're a big company, and we, the principals get one show of each production. You know, it's very hard to rehearse for 2 months for one performance.
I would also like to see a longer fall season. I don't think I'm making this up, but I think the City Center fall season used to be 4 weeks, and this is 2 at State Theater.
I don't remember. I used to do City Center season. I can't remember.
Well, that was nice. But now it's not. City Center isn't really appropriate for, like, a venue-wise. I feel like
I think it could be, depending on the size of the group that is brought. I think it would be... I don't think we need a season, but I think doing shows there would be wonderful. Yeah. I would love to do like our sort of like American classics there, like the Tudors and the Twilas of the world.
Exactly. Yeah, I was totally going to say that. I was like, we could do a Dark Elegies and like Lilac Garden and like
Pillar of Fire. Those kind of things would look so good in that theater. I love City Center. I love what a champion they are for dance, and I miss performing there when we don't ever.
Yeah, it's a great venue. So much history. Wait, so you didn't do your Nutcracker show, but then you did dance with Unity, right?
I did a gig. So I recovered from the flu. I feel like I lost 15 pounds and was just Skeletor doing the Nutcracker in Connecticut. I was dancing with Unity Phelan. Bella was supposed to do it with me, but her ankle was so bad after doing her show of the Nutcracker that we were supposed to do together. That she was like, I don't think it's safe for me to do this gig in Connecticut. It was in Hartford, Connecticut, at this theater called the Bushnell with Connecticut Ballet. And it's so crazy. I used to do the Hartford Ballet Nutcracker when I was a child, from like when I was like 10 to 14 or something. I was like Fritz, and I was the kid Nutcracker. It was like a fun little homecoming for
Oh,
me to perform at that same theater that I did when I was a child.
that's so nice.
Yeah, it's cute. And my dad came, and like my brothers and friends and family all came. It was really cute. But I danced with Unity Phelan of New York City Ballet, and we've danced together a number of times in Vail. And it was our first time doing a Nutcracker gig together, and we had so much fun. But I need to tell you, well, you already know this, but I want to tell the listeners. So during COVID, me and Michael went to stay with our friends Cooper and Ryan, and this was in Boston. And we were just nerding out. Like, it was COVID, so we were just like staying in and watching TV forever. And we watched it was Diamonds, right, with Peter and Darcy.
No, it was Nutcracker. It was
Oh, it was
Balance's
Nutcracker.
Nutpop.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was Darci Kistler, and I, in like complete seriousness, she does this penche, obviously, because that's what ballet is a penche. And in the like spookiest, creepiest voice, I'm like, beautiful penche, Darcy, but like completely serious. And Michael like slowly looked at me and was like, that was so creepy.
Yeah, like it's giving like dirty old man on the street vibes.
Hate
But
it.
now we just say that from time to
Yeah,
time.
so like you could say anything, like beautiful blank Darcy, like like beautiful apartment Darcy,
Yeah.
beautiful, beautiful flatware Darcy.
Yeah.
But I taught Unity about beautiful penche Darcy, and she used it the whole day that we were doing the Nutcracker in Connecticut. It really made me cackle.
Wait, did Unity have to learn the Alexei choreography, or
We
did you
did
do Balanchine, or did you
we
make
did a
something
sort of abomination, I'd call it.
up? Oh no.
Yeah, we did a mix. Let's not talk about,
Remix.
yeah, talk about taking a chainsaw to something. I mean, to be completely honest, like my body after having the flu was like, please don't murder me, don't hurt me. And Unity was in, like, she was doing Sugar Plum on Friday, Dewdrop on Saturday, and then Dewdrop again on Monday. And so she was like, my body is broken. Can we like make this very doable? So
Yeah.
we did a version. Also, we did not rehearse together at all because I was supposed to do it with Bella, and then I was flying back from California on Saturday. No. I flew back from California directly to Hartford, Connecticut on Saturday,
Right.
and I got in at like midnight on Saturday, and then went directly to the theater on Sunday morning, met Unity at the theater. We went into like the side theater where there was nobody there, and we're like making up a version, and then we did the show like an hour later. It was
That's
cuckoo.
crazy.
Yeah,
That's
it was
fun
cuckoo.
though.
So we made up a Petipa Balanchine abomination. We did like the Petipa opening, then like the pirouette back bends, and then the Petipa finish.
I mean, if you're gonna steal, do it from the best, right? They're
Thieves.
both dead. They can't be mad at you, so.
Oh my god, I feel like extra haunted by Petipa and Balanchine these past few days.
They're
But the
coming
shows were
for you.
great, and the audience was wonderful. We did like little meet and greets after, and they were like such cute kids, and people like brought my book to sign and everything. It was just so sweet. It made me feel like that bitch, you know.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Unity's the best.
Yeah. She's great.
Let's talk about Christmas. So we both are not religious, but Christmas is like the gayest thing in the world. I visited family for Christmas. I saw my dad and my brothers, and I also went to my other brother's house for actual Christmas Day, and it was fun to see my nieces and family. It was very wholesome. What did you do for Christmas?
I met my parents in San Francisco because they were flying to my brother's wedding in Japan, which unfortunately I could not attend. But they wanted to break up the travel, and they're flying from Charlotte, so they had to do a layover anyway. So they flew
Cool.
to San Francisco, and that was close to San Diego for me. So I was
Yeah.
like, this is great. I can go see them and then hang out with some friends there. So I had a lovely time.
That sounds so
And-
fun.
Yeah.
I've never really
It's good.
traveled with my family. I feel like I'm scared to do that.
I've traveled with my family. No, they're great. They are. But it is especially everyone has different needs and desires, and
Yeah. And that's
my
probably why I don't want to do it because mine are the most important
yeah,
monster.
yeah. I mean, traveling with people is like with people you just don't know who you're gonna vibe with. Because
Yeah.
I've gone on vacations with very good friends, and it's gone really wrong.
So Michael
And
and I and our friends Cooper and Scotty, we all went to Mexico City after Thanksgiving, like the
mhm.
beginning of December or something.
Before Thanksgiving,
Okay, what do I know? Nothing.
after Halloween, yeah,
Oh, thank you. I knew there was like a holiday
yeah.
before we went. Oh yeah, it was right after fall season, and
Hmm.
like we had the freaking best time ever. It was so
Hmm.
fun traveling with you guys, and we all were just like on the same page. And I would be like, I'm gonna go take a nap, and y'all would just be like, day drinking.
Hmm. I mean, that's the truth. I mean, well, it's about we were on the same page because I think we all wanted a certain balance of culture and debauchery.
Yes,
That's the only two things we were balancing.
yes.
But then also to have people that have chill when someone does want to diverge in the plan.
Mm,
Because if you go on a trip with someone who like it's not only that they want to do things exactly the way they want to do, but you also have to be beholden to their
mm. I would not
ideals
be
of what this.
holden to them.
Oh. So that can be very dark. I've experienced that before.
Yeah, I hear them sirens over there, girl.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's
It's New York
giving Murray
City. It's
Hill.
Manhattan. It's giving Murray
Manhattan.
Hill.
Yeah, I live
Yeah,
in
I'm.
Brooklyn where there's pretty much nothing going on. It's
Hmm.
great.
Yeah.
Um, okay, New Year's. We did New Year's together as well.
Hmm.
We went to Wet Noise, right? Was that what it's called?
Hmm.
Wet
Yes.
Noise. It's a dance party, and people are always like, "Oh my God, you're a dancer. You're probably like so great on the dance floor." And I'm like,
And we do
"What?"
not, in fact.
I'm like, "What do you think I'm doing? Like, do you think I'm doing like routines? That's crazy." Like they're
You,
like, "Do it. Show me some ballet." I'm like, "I'll kill you. I will
yeah,
kill you."
that's really not
And it's
sexy.
so like unsexy too, you know?
Hmm.
Like, could you imagine if I just started doing like splits and plies and shit
Hmm.
at Wet Noise?
I, I mean, someone once asked me if I could do 32 fouettes en tournant at the underwear party on Fire Island.
I can weirdly picture that, like you in a jockstrap doing 32 fouettes, like clearing the room.
Yeah, no, I mean, needless to say, I did not do that. Yeah. And at first, it was a deeply unappealing question, but then later on, I went on to enjoy this person's company for a while. So I guess it's curable.
Look at God.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's wild. Yeah, I always find the idea of like doing dance moves. I don't know. I feel like under certain circumstances, like also the kind of music really matters. So like the party we were at, it's essentially dance music. It's like
Hmm.
probably 70s, 80s dance music,
Hmm.
and like funk maybe. I don't really
Hmm.
know what I would call it, but I find it really hard to like diverge from a step touch with that kind of
Oh,
music.
that's it for me. Yeah.
But if I am like somewhere and like the Pussycat Dolls comes on or something, or like Missy Elliott, I can really
Uh,
kind of get down in a different kind of way. But
hmm.
overall, especially at a gay party, it's a step touch because if you're gonna be like extra dancing routine
Hmm.
style, I find it to be supremely
Yeah.
unappealing.
yeah, it's man repellent, as we say. That's deeply man repellent. Like, yeah, oof, really gives me the ick.
Yeah, yeah.
But
We had a good
yeah,
time though. It was
it was a great
glorious.
time. Yeah, we
Hmm.
were with all our friends, and then other people popped in that we knew. Lloyd Knight of the Graham Dance Company was there, who's a
The
friend of ours.
famous, the
The
iconic,
famous Lloyd
the
Knight, the beautiful.
legendary. Yeah, we saw lots
Yeah.
of like Fire Island adjacent people too. It was very fun to see
Hmm.
so many familiar faces.
Hmm. Yeah. No, it's a great party. Not overwhelming. Never
Yeah,
felt too hot or like I was gonna die.
yeah,
That's always good.
yeah. I
Yeah.
actually did maybe it's a pro move or maybe it's embarrassing, but I wore gym shorts underneath my cargo
Mm.
pants and checked my pants at the coat check because I was like, I'm not being sweaty Magoo. I just refuse.
Yeah, I
And
thought it was a pro
Anthony
move. It looked good.
Costanzo and Justin Vivian Bond were sitting in the booth behind the coat check, and I didn't see them yet. And
Uh-huh.
I shimmied out of my pants and handed them to the coat check, and I heard Anthony behind me, and I turned around. And he was like, "I saw that." I was like, I'm fully embarrassed by this, but I was like, "Yeah, I'm smart." LOL.
It was a good move, and it was a cute outfit too.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you,
but it
thank
was
you.
luckily it wasn't too cold. I hate when on New Year's when it's like, 27 degrees out, but then it's
Oh
also
no.
hot in the club, and then you're
Yeah,
just
and
like, what do
it's
I do?
and then you leave and you're like, "Oh, I'm just gonna wear my t-shirt," and then you have the flu.
Mistake. Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Did you do any resolutions or anything?
I didn't. I don't know. I don't know. Just
No.
it's always drink less, eat healthier, gym more. I
Yeah.
know you should have a more tangible idea behind that, but I don't know. I
Yeah.
wasn't into it this year.
I feel like I don't have a resolution so much as like a big ask of the universe, if you will.
Hmm.
Um, I want, I love making ballets. I love making dance. I, as I age and as I think to myself, what the hell am I going to do when I stop performing? I would love absolutely to make dance for ballet companies, for television, for film, um, and I'm ready for like essentially a big win in the commission department from anyone, from a ballet company, from a commercial, a TV show, whatever. I'm asking that for 2025, a big win in the choreography department.
I can
Manifesting.
Yeah, I see that. I see that in your future. I mean, it's so hard to see like when you do. I mean, what I'm doing is I get it's different, but it's similar like freelance stuff. It's project to project, and
And it comes
it
to you. You
it
can't ask for
comes.
it.
Yeah, it's really yeah. I mean, you can do some minor. I don't know. I guess
Networking.
networking type
Yeah.
things, but even that, it's like I can't force the director of a company to want to program a piece that I'll come stage.
Yeah.
Like I always, I mean, now I don't care at all anymore. Like if I see Miko or let's see, Adam Sklood, I interviewed recently, and I'm just like, do
Yeah.
a Justin ballet.
Yeah.
Bring me.
Yeah.
And they're like,
So
okay.
shameless.
Yeah. But
I feel like the more I ask for things, the less likely it is that someone will want to give it to me. So it's hard. I'm trying to find a balance between complete and utter desperation and cool behavior.
yeah. No, it's hard.
It
Definitely.
is hard.
Hmm.
But I like
But
making things and I want it. Damn it.
I think it's gonna happen for you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah,
Do you have any ins
definitely.
and outs? You know how people do that?
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I don't know. I was being really, yeah. I guess I really didn't care this year. I don't know.
That's great.
What is out? What is what in is not caring. Just being less precious about things or insecurity is out for sure.
I love that.
We have to go for things more now. We're too old. You have to
Yes.
just
Yes. I
do it.
also, what's out is making jokes about feeling old. I want to make statements that I am aging like a person who understands how time works. And out is being like, well, I'm like, grandmother's got to go like, shave her back. I don't know. Like things like that. Or
Hey,
it's
I've
very
had to
easy
shave my
to.
back since I was 21. So
Sorry, gentlemen.
yeah.
It's very easy at work, though, to look around and see collagen and think to myself, oh, this is tough. And it's very easy to make sort of flippant remarks and jokes about oneself, but it's unnecessary because what are we? Slay. We are
Yeah.
slay.
Yeah, you're right. Yes, you are right.
Thank
What
you.
else is- out for me is trying to make any sort of love connection with a person that doesn't live in New York City. How about that?
Good luck with that. Oh my, I've seen this film before. Oh my God. This has more sequels than Fast and the Furious.
Oh, it's so true. Maybe this time.
Yes, by
Maybe this time.
by Liza Minnelli.
By Liza Minnelli. We've come full circle now.
Oh,
God.
this is the year of Liza. 2025 is the year. Oh my God, I feel like I really can't speak anymore. And here I am hosting a podcast. Look at God.
Brain rot is real.
Oh my God. Okay, let's
Uh,
see what else could be out. Yeah, negative self-speak, negative self-talk, like being a
mm-hmm.
bitch to yourself is super out.
Mm-hmm.
Having mindful goals, being nice to people, not judging other people because you hate yourself, all those things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. What's in though?
In
Sabrina
is
Carpenter.
okay. I feel like I'm tepid on Sabrina, but that's okay.
Oh
I
wow.
really appreciated her last album. It was fun,
Mm-hmm.
and well done. I'm not fully standing quite yet.
That's my daughter.
I know
I
that's
have,
your
I have so
daughter.
I have so many daughters though.
Yes, you do. You really do.
Oy.
Do you think we're gonna get new Taylor in 2025?
Well, definitely the Taylor's versions of the debut and Reputation. Those will
Okay.
both come out this year for sure.
You really think both?
Yeah, I think so. I think she got Diva's got to wrap it up. It's been a
Hmm.
long time. The first Taylor's version album came out in 2021,
Is
so
Lover under her or Scooter?
it's hers. It's her first
Okay.
owned album.
Okay.
So we ain't, there's no new Lover coming.
Lover is underrated in my opinion.
I agree. Yeah, Lover is pop Bible,
Hmm.
as they say on Twitter.
I don't agree that it's pop Bible, but I really love it. I'm
Yeah.
gonna toot my own butt right now, and
Hmm.
Misty asked me to choreograph uh, the Lover portion of the
Yes.
AMAs that
Hmm.
she performed with
Hmm.
Craig Hall, and I choreographed
Yes.
their little pas de deux for, and it, like I don't know, that's cool. I've like technically choreographed for Taylor
Choreographed for
Swift
Taylor Swift. Yeah, I mean
gag.
that's very cool.
I
That's
want more
like
of that energy, please, in 2025. I want a
yeah,
pop star to make.
yeah. I mean, but you've done other. You've done for Mariah too.
Mariah I've done
So yeah.
twice now. Yeah, I
Hmm.
want like, but I want to choreograph not for dancers, but like for the singer to do as well, like a
Right.
Tate McRae kind of
Hmm.
journey, or like a
Yeah.
Tinashe, or
Well, maybe if you take back what you said about Sabrina, she'll hire you
but she
to
doesn't
choreograph for
dance,
her.
Diva.
I mean, but she might. She does some dancing. She
And I
moves
didn't
her
say I
body.
didn't like
I know. I'm
Sabrina.
just
She's just
kidding.
not my daughter.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Wait, Tate would be ideal though, because Tate was. I mean, Tate's like a dancer,
Yeah. I'd
and
be like, well, I think she's probably not allowed to do like technical things anymore because it's unrelatable and it's kind of weird
mhm.
in a pop video to like
Yeah,
be like, here are my fouettes.
yeah, it's true, but she can do them. I mean, there is that video of her and Esmeralda doing triple pirouettes with a crazy foot.
Yes, I know.
Like she's kind of it was good.
Her lower back does not exist. Like, have
No,
you seen her like her spine? It bends fully in half. Like she could have been a contortionist for sure.
yeah, for
Or
sure.
like a rhythmic gymnast.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
But I'm a fan. I'm gonna manifest a Tate McRae video coming out of literally nowhere.
I bet Tate knows who you are. Like I
Maybe.
feel like we could manifest that. Like
Okay.
if she was a YGP girly, how many years ago would that have been?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. She probably is vaguely aware of my existence.
Hmm.
Um, yeah.
So we just got to put that like yeah. That's I like this for us for us because it seems not unrealistic.
Okay.
You
I mean,
know,
it seems pretty unrealistic to me, but I also hear what you're saying and I accept.
yeah. I think we can make it happen.
All right, dear Tate, call me.
Definitely.
All right, I think we should wrap it up with just a quick, like, give me one thing you're listening to and one thing you're reading or want to read.
Ooh, well, I just finished American Nations. The name of the author escapes me, but it was a really interesting, like, historical look at the way America has like sorted itself into kind of tribes politically or culturally, and like where those lines are. That it's not like it's definitely not state lines by any means, and it was just a really interesting way of putting things in historical context, especially around the time of the election. So I was glad I read that,
Cool.
and I recommend that for sure. What
Yeah,
am I
I haven't
listening
heard of it.
to? What am I listening to? I'm listening to the same same old shit. I'm listening to Sabrina and Chapel and
And
Taylor.
Taylor, yeah.
Yeah, I'm so I can't help myself.
I mean, I'm the same. Let's see, what did I listen to today? Oh my God. I was listening to the 2001 Space Odyssey soundtrack. That was kind of random.
Oh,
Yeah.
that is random.
Yeah.
But like, The Blue Danube Waltz. Is that what you're listening to?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the like
Yeah.
Strauss like thing that's been redone a million times, like in Barbie and stuff. It was fun.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
listening to also, do you know Majid Jordan? It's a duo. If
Mm-mm.
I think they're brothers. I could be wrong, but
Mm-hmm.
they have a beautiful album called Good People, and
Mm-hmm.
they did a remix album of this album, and it is so vibey and chill. Like it's dance music, but very cool, like and quite
Mm-hmm.
sexy. I really recommend it. Um,
Okay.
and oh, I'm watching Silo on Apple TV. Have you been watching this?
I don't have Apple TV. What is
Oh,
Silo?
this is
I
my
don't
Apple
have.
TV. You don't have Apple TV.
It's too many apps. We don't. Yeah, I
I
don't want to
agree.
pay for.
I
Yeah,
agree.
but
I
Apple
pay
TV
for
does
it.
seem to be the best one, right?
Oh, it's
What was the
fabulous.
tweet that was so good that was like Apple TV spends like $100 million on one episode with four Oscar winners and it's universally acclaimed. Netflix is like, here's season 7 of the airport bathroom camera or something. It's true.
Netflix is wilding for sure. Like, what are
Yeah.
they doing over there? Um, but yeah, I still have a Netflix subscription, so
Hmm.
jokes on me. I still enjoy
Hmm.
Netflix for various reasons.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, and I feel like I'd rather cut, cut bills elsewhere.
Yeah.
Like try to go to less restaurants or something, fewer
Yeah.
restaurants. Pardon my
Hmm.
grammar. Than like cancel everything and pretend I'm saving a bunch of money.
Yeah.
But that's just whatever. But
Hmm.
Silo is based on these books that I read ages ago, and I loved them, and I thought they were so fun. And I was like, this would be a good show or a movie, and here we are.
Hmm.
And it's really fun, and I recommend it if you like dystopian sci-fi.
I love a dystopia.
Me
Any
too.
dystopia will do. Yeah.
Yeah, j'agree.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
currently reading book 5 in Brandon Sanderson's Stormlight Archives, which has been really fun. I'm really enjoying it. It is a behemoth. It's like over 1,300 pages or something. It's like a Bible.
Hmm.
But I
Hmm.
love that stuff, like fantasy core. Love.
Hmm. Yeah. Gee,
All right, Michael, I think we should wrap this up. It is
wrap it up.
2025. Happy New
Dessert.
Year to what?
I said dessert wine is out.
Dessert wine is out. Dessert
Wrap it up. Dessert wine is out.
is that a reference to something? What is that?
It's bridesmaids.
Oh,
Like she's trying to.
I don't really know her. I know that's
Oh, shameful.
I know. Am I even
Yeah.
gay?
Well, yeah, I don't know. We can have a Sex and the City but worse night where we watch
Yes.
it.
Yeah.
sure.
Also, I don't know if we talked about this last time you were on the podcast, but our friend group, it's like me, Cooper, Michael, and Scotty, and we call ourselves Sex in the City, but worse. And should I do the whole thing? Say the names of everything?
Oh, no,
I shouldn't.
no.
Okay, I shouldn't. Never mind.
It's
But
too.
we-
It's yeah.
It's too cringe. Maybe you'll
Yeah.
have to earn this. You tell me if you want it. Listeners, tell me if you want our names in Sex in the City, but worse. And maybe you'll get it one of these days. All right. Thank you, Michael, for joining me back on this podcast. I'm glad we talked about ballet, but I'm even more glad we talked about everything else. It was so fun.
Yeah.
And maybe I'll see you another time on the podcast.
Yeah,
I would love
I'm
that.
always happy to come back. Thank you,
Thank you.
Diva.
Bye. Happy New
Bye.
Year, y'all. Gag diva. Yas. Drag words. Bye.
Bye. Okay.